Hey guys, AJ here, back with another one. So today we're going to talk about Section 8 vouchers and how a lot of landlords really aren't taking them anymore. But before we do that, guys, please remember to like, subscribe, drop a comment. It really helps to keep this channel going. So yeah, guys, the whole, virus forbearance thing is over. And a lot of landlords had a lot of people living in their homes, not paying rent, right? And even Section 8 people, they oftentimes these landlords had problems getting rent. They couldn't kick them out. And then their houses were getting trashed. So in the last couple of months, you see a lot of these reports where no one's really taking Section 8 vouchers anymore. And like the great Kevin Samuel said, winter is coming. And winter's here for all these single moms out there. So let's just check this report out here. And then there's a lady on TikTok who explains in a kind of short clip why landlords aren't taking Section 8 anymore. So let's just jump into this right now.
I feel homeless. I feel out of place. My kids feel out of place because, they've never been in this type of situation.
Also tonight at 8 o'clock, one Valley woman who was forced to close down her business because of COVID says that she thought she had hit the jackpot when she was approved for Section 8 housing here in the Valley. But after more than...
She thought she hit the jackpot by getting Section 8. So she thought she hit the jackpot by getting our taxpayers' dollars. Isn't that great?
2 months of searching, she says right now it is nearly impossible to find a place to stay.
Yeah, Kara Hay joins us now with the ways the city is trying to help.
Twyla Wright has been a self-employed hairstylist for 22 years, but when COVID hit, she had to stop taking clients. Despite her side hustles, making rent was becoming a struggle, so she was ecstatic when she was approved for Section 8 housing here in the Valley.
Notice how they said side hustle and not a job.
I thought I hit the lottery.
But soon she realized the cash prize was more like leftover pennies when she couldn't find a place to stay.
Nobody wants to accept the voucher. Nowhere. I've called hundreds and hundreds of apartments.
Wright says the places she's managed to find that accept the voucher are either at capacity or waitlisted until 2022.
I'm devastated. I don't know my next step.
Right now, Wright,
How about you should have got married before you had all them kids? That should have been a step. How about that?
3 children and 2 grandchildren are sleeping on air mattresses at a friend's house.
I've called local offices to try to get assistance for rent and deposit assistance, but the lines, they said they're just flooded with people. They have so many people, they're not answering for weeks and weeks.
To help, the city of Tempe purchased this vacant hotel, and its 40 rooms will soon be converted into temporary housing.
So, and this is for, pretty much any and all members of the community.
So basically more taxpayers' dollars going to pay for this.
Levon Lammy, the Housing and Revitalization Deputy in Tempe, says the buildings will be fully functioning in December. And in the meantime, the city hired a second housing navigator to assist people trying to find a home. And for the second time this year, they're hiking up the prices of vouchers to entice landlords to buy in. But still,
on average, most of our program participants find units between 45 and 65 days.
The wait is about 7 days longer than before COVID. But people like Wright say they need housing now.
I've moved my kids 1,800 miles away.
Guys, come on. I mean, do you feel bad? I don't.
I can't even put them in a school if I don't have an address.
Twyla says her children are in the process of being enrolled for online school. They're just waiting for a computer. But she's hopeful soon she will be able to stop waiting for a home. In Phoenix, Kiara Hay, Arizona's Family.
So guys, there you go. See, the waiting list is long. These landlords aren't taking these vouchers. So let's just watch this clip and we'll see why.
Y'all, it is really sad because so many landlords are no longer accepting Section.
Okay, so let's talk. You want to know why landlords are choosing not to participate in the Housing Choice Voucher Program. I'm going to explain that to you, okay? I've worked in property management for the last 25 years. I've administered the Housing Choice Voucher Program as well as the Affordable Housing Program in 2 states, okay? The reason that landlords are choosing not to participate in the program is because previous program participants have compromised the integrity of the program. Okay, and by that I mean the landlord is turning over possession of the property to a participant, a program participant, and the condition that they receive the property in when that person moves out is not the same condition it was when the resident family moved in.
So she's basically saying that you rent the place out to some Section 8, a single mom chick, and she trashes your house. Carpets messed up, dog dookie everywhere, mirrors broke, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff. Kids tearing up the house, holes in the wall, all of that.
As a landlord, I have seen holes in walls. I have seen missing doors, missing door frames, black bathtubs. Okay, I have seen destroyed carpets. I have seen window sills chewed on by dogs.
Damn.
The cost that it takes for a landlord to turn a property, and when I say turn a property, I mean to get that property prepared so that another resident can move in and they could start collecting income on that property. It is expensive, especially with holes in the wall and chewed up window seals. So landlords are choosing not to participate in that program. And it's not all residents, but it is so significant to a point that landlords are choosing that I don't want to deal with that program.
And this is especially after they couldn't kick people out during the shutdown, and a lot of people didn't get rent for months and months and months, so they're behind on the rent, and then they gotta pay money after the people trashed the place.
The second reason is the HAP, the housing assistant payment. Each housing authority has a payment standard, and they cannot pay more than what the payment standard is worth for that house or home or apartment. So where I can rent to a market rate family, meaning they could pay whatever I charge based upon the market, I can charge $2,600 to this here family, or I can take less and take $1,600 from this family that's going to tear up my property. They're going to choose to not participate in the program because it is of no benefit to them to participate in the program unless it is an apartment complex and they are a tax credit property. Tax credit properties receive additional funding and tax credits to rent to low-income families. So,
Facts. She was gonna say mothers. I bet. But yeah, so you would get less money at greater risk in order to take these vouchers, and it just doesn't make any sense.
so that is the reason why landlords are choosing not to participate in the Section 8 Housing Choice Voucher Program, and I say that as a landlord myself.
So guys, this is coming from a black woman, and I know that people are like, oh, these landlords, they're kicking these poor women out. This is coming from a woman. Guys, you got to make your money. Landlords have mortgages to pay, and they don't need people up in their house, not paying rent, trashing the place. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So, guys, I did a video about evictions being on the rise because of this coming quote unquote recession. I'll link that in the description. But yeah, guys, these evictions are up, and a lot of these women were on these vouchers, and now they can't find anywhere to go. There's reports like the previous one all around the United States, Georgia, Florida, California, Colorado. It's everywhere, guys, and I don't feel bad for them. I don't. I don't think that people should quote unquote feel like they won the jackpot because they can get our tax dollars, and I wouldn't want to, as a landlord who owns property that I work hard for, risk the condition of my place to have to rent to people on a voucher. So, all right, you guys, let me know what you think. This is AJ. I'm out of here.